everyone. We're doing another cooking video because we're not actually cooking something this time. I am going to make something I've always wanted to make for a very long time, and that is cold brew coffee. Because we're kind of in the middle of summer, of course. You know, here in the Bay Area, the summer means like pretty much like any time of year. It's like 65 degrees all year long outside. But we sometimes get some heat in the summer, but yeah, a nice, cool, refreshing summer drink as opposed to hot coffee. So the items I'm going to need are a pitcher, another pitcher for, you know, serving. This is the serving pitcher. Serving pitcher, get it? A strainer, a coffee filter, which goes in the strainer. We'll see that later. Tomorrow when it's actually done, and the pièce de résistance, coffee grounds, which I've already ground. It's quite a lot here, so we will. I'm going to cut to the preparation area and show you the preparation of the coffee, the cold brew stuff. It's kind of like iced tea in a way. Anyway. Alright, what you're seeing now is basically just the pitcher with coffee grounds in it. I know that's really exciting, but what I need to do now is add cold water to it. It's there's supposed to be like an 8-to-1 ratio of this. You know, 8 parts of water to 1 part of coffee grounds. So we're adding like 3.5 cups of water. I know this sounds really exciting. Yeah, it's just tap water. It's not anything special. But yeah, there we go. This is going to be concentrated, incidentally. Let me get a wooden spoon out of here. I think I only have one. So yeah, we'll go ahead and stir our coffee slurry here. The idea is to just get all the grounds into the water. I've never done this before. I've always been curious, but excuse me. Anyway, there we go. Try and scrape it off the sides there. Doesn't that spoon look lovely? All covered in coffee grounds. Anyway, I'll be rinsing that off later. I'll just throw it in there for now. So that, we'll just cover that, stick it in the fridge. You're supposed to let it soak for like at least 12 hours. I'm just gonna like stick it overnight and just soak it for like the full 24 hours, and we'll come back tomorrow and I'll do the rest of this. Okay, part 2 of our recipe. This isn't directly coffee, but this is a very important part of coffee. What this is we're going to be making a simple syrup, and what you're looking at right now is 9 ounces of turbinado sugar, to which, you know, because iced coffee sugar does not dissolve well, and turbinado sugar really does not dissolve well in cold liquids. Excuse me. So, yeah, we're going to be making a simple syrup, and the way you do that is you just add equal parts sugar and water. So to our 9 ounces of sugar, we will be adding 9 ounces of water. And then we'll just be heating this up until it dissolves. Stirring regularly, obviously. And I usually like let it simmer for a little, just to make it syrupy. But yeah, we could just sit here and watch this boil all day, but you just trust me, it's going to be syrup. Anyway, so yeah, that's that. All right, it is roughly, I guess like 18, 19 hours since I put the coffee in. So they've had a good time for the coffee and beans to get to know one another. We've got the strainer right here, and this goes in like so. Hopefully you can get it to go in okay. And, oops, gotta take this out. I don't know if you can see that. This picture's a little high. just kind of jam it in there. It's not going to stay. Oh well. I'll just have to kind of hold it, and we'll take the foil off the top here. And there's a nice little ring of... I don't know if you can see that, but there's a nice little ring of coffee grounds that's kind of stuck around the side. So we'll just slowly pour this in, and it kind of looks like... Ugh, it kind of looks like low tide at the beach. Yeah, that's not pretty, but I kind of knew it wasn't going to be, and then we just have to wait for the coffee to drip down. I'm not going to like sit here and film all of that because it's going to take for freaking ever, but you get the point. You just have to let this filter through. I've seen people doing this with, I understand people do it with French presses, and that leaves a lot of coffee sediment, which is why I'm using the filter. French press coffee raises my blood pressure, so... Anyway, we'll see you when this is done filtering. So, I guess we're done. It didn't take as long as I was fearing. I was expecting it to take all freaking day, because it's a whole lot of coffee beans to get through. And look at that. It's not pretty, but... Oops, and it's still dripping a little bit. I don't think we're going to get through all of this, but I'm just going to dump this. And that goes in the thing. And what we're left with, I don't know if you can see that, but it's... let me show that to you without spilling any. It's concentrated coffee. So, and since it's the afternoon, I don't want to drink too much of this. I'm going to just pour a little in, just a little cup. Come on. Just up to about there. Because we're just going to... This is just for tasting. It's not for enjoying. I mean, it is for enjoying, but it's not for... So, actually, let me get something out of the fridge here. Obviously, we're going to need a... You know, I should have got this out first, but, yeah, this is just plain water. It's been in the fridge. And half and half. Obviously, we need half and half. And here's the turbinado syrup I made yesterday. It's in this bottle here. And so we're just going to make ourselves nice coffee. I'm not going to actually put ice in it. It's going to be cold coffee, but it's not going to be iced because... so we'll just put a little half and half in there. And a little bit of sugar syrup. If we can get the top twisted off. There we go. It shouldn't need too much of that. Oops, I think that might have been too much, actually. And then just top that off with water. Just cold water. Okay. And swirl that around a little bit. I don't understand these people who just like fill their cups with ice and just like top it off with ice. It's like, don't you realize you're just watering your beverage down? But anyway, that's we'll go over there and taste that. Well, we're over here in the armchair today because while we're shooting over the sofa, you have to be a lot of backlighting because it's the middle of the afternoon. So we got everything here. I got the half and half. I got the water. I show you this neat bottle that I got just for the sugar syrup, which what I had to do is just take the saucepan and just let it sit out for a while until it reaches like room temperature or thereabout, just low enough that it doesn't scald when you stick it in the fridge, and then just like let it cool over in the fridge overnight and then pour it into the bottle. So here's the coffee. As you can see, there's not a whole lot here, but yeah, it smells like coffee. Yeah, I think the mixture's pretty good. I didn't need to... Yeah, that was a lot of work, but let me tell you, that's worth it. This is actually really good coffee. So yeah, if you're making iced coffee, that's how to do it. It's... I guess you'll have to decide whether it's worth, because as you could see from looking at the picture, there's not a whole lot. It doesn't produce a whole lot. But since it's concentrated, it'll last you a little longer. But yeah, that's really good coffee. So there's your summer treat, or there's my summer treat, I should say. Anyway, I'll see you next time.